Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of the Crunchy Review.
Crunch.
Today we're going to be reviewing some of the fall season lineups from Crunchyroll. We're picking which show we're going to add to Naruto Shippuden and Akame Got Killed for our weekly reviews. And this was a tough season, wouldn't you say?
Why?
Well, I should say that I'm Dodger J and with me is Jared. And Jared...
I can say my own name. My name is Jared.
Okay. But wouldn't you say this was kind of a difficult pick to make this year?
Yeah, they were all pretty good.
Well,
the ones that we watched.
The ones that we chose to watch, or preview, we should say, were difficult to pick between them. But there was a lot of shows that we weren't really interested in the other ones. And I think mostly two things. A lot of the shows have CG now.
Yeah.
We could take a little bit of CG. But
just
these
for vehicles.
Yeah, but this one's got, an overabundance. And it's just not something we like. But we're a little old-fashioned that way, I guess you could say. And then
We just don't like laziness.
Oh, okay. And then,
Take your time.
I think the other factor was just storyline we were looking at. None of them looked that interesting, I guess. We did try one before this episode, which was that we talked about it last time. Was that Cool Crew?
Try Cool or whatever.
Yeah. So that one caught us off guard because we didn't know what it was going to be about.
I like the art in that.
Yeah, I did too. It was different.
Yeah.
It was unique. It was more like Western style, wouldn't you say?
It was more like old, stuff they would show, on the Fox box.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like that, all the fighting Foodons and stuff like that. But anyway, so we narrowed it down to 3 that we thought that we would really like.
3, everybody.
3. For all the terraformers, we've cut it down to 3. But no... We also didn't pick sequels because we'd have to go back and watch the first season. So, which one do you want to review first, Jared?
Let's start with Trinity 7.
Okay, so Trinity 7 was the one that I thought was the weakest of the 3. What about you?
The weakest link?
Yes.
So, just to summarize, it's about a boy who wakes up and everything seems fine until you notice the sun is black.
Yeah,
it's black hole sun.
Black hole sun.
Won't you come? Anyway, he's noticed stuff is off. And
yeah, he's got a sister cousin, that's all the rave in anime right now.
Anyway, it's not really his sister cousin. It's
a fake sister cousin. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has to do with his power.
He created his own world because his old one is all destroyed and stuff.
Yeah.
And he wanted to remain in his old peaceful
fantasy land.
Yeah.
And he did that under his own power.
Yeah.
So, which takes the form of either a book he wears or it looks like his sister.
And so a girl shows up and tells him that it's not real, and so he's awake to the fact that it's not. And somehow he joins a school.
Yeah, mage school or something.
A mage school. A school of mages.
Well, didn't they call them grimoires or something?
Yeah, something like that. And what he's basically got to do is learn or defeat 7, what they're called is Trinity 7. They're the top of the class.
Yeah,
they're the strongest mages.
Kind of got to, the way the guy put it was to use them or something like that. Yeah. To make them his pawns, I guess you would say.
To get his sister cousin back.
Yeah, to understand where his sister is or something like that.
So that's the whole gist of it.
That's the premise. Which I think part of the reason I didn't like the show that much was... Or I didn't pick it was because of that premise. It seems kind of familiar about kids going to school. And
you love slice of life.
I do, but these are magical kids. This is the Harry Potter syndrome.
But you love
of
Bleach.
Anime. They don't go to school. They do whatever they can to get out of school.
He goes to school once in a while. He's a magical boy.
It's kind of, and then one of my pet peeves, or not pet peeve, is just like shows I avoid is where like the guy is the only guy in a school of girls.
I didn't really watch one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I did, but I've read like a bunch of previews that start off like that, so I always try to avoid them. But I don't want to say this was a bad show because it did catch our attention.
Mm-hmm. We'll probably watch it, but not for a review.
Yeah, you said you were gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
What kind of like hooked you to this show?
I like the art. I like the way they're drawn.
Yeah, the art style.
It seems like a show where they focus on the characters more than the story, where all the characters are enjoyable. Kind of like Soul Eater.
Yeah, so a lot of character development's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I do like.
I don't think the story is gonna be that interesting.
Yeah, like I said, it seems kind of familiar, but
and it had. I like the humor in it too. It was pretty funny.
One of the things I kind of liked was the whole idea of the Trinity Seven, where he's gonna kind of like.
It's even like the schoolmaster said. It's like their bosses in a video game.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, like Scott Pilgrim or something like that, where he's gonna like defeat them or learn
the
from
7 X's.
Yeah,
7 deadly kisses.
So, pretty good premise.
7 little kisses.
What do you think of this like episode as a whole? Episode 1.
As like a starter off?
Yeah. Was it up to Kill a Kill level?
No, but it wasn't bad.
No.
It just
seemed really familiar.
If I had to put a number on it, like a 6. A 6. I was gonna say 7, and it came out 6.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 6.
Yeah.
So why don't we go on to our next show?
Okay.
Which is the hardest to say.
I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Kokkuri-san.
Yes, and this show was pretty amazing.
Oh, dude, this is so good. It has an adorable little girl.
Yeah.
And then a fox spirit. 2 things I love.
It's like
summarize it for us real fast.
Okay, so there's this girl who may or may not be a doll.
She's adorable.
We don't get a straight answer.
I think it's just like she has no emotion.
Yeah, I think something happened where she's kind of traumatized or something like that. So she's playing this game. It's kind of like Bloody Mary or something.
It's kind of like a Ouija board.
Yeah.
A Japanese Ouija board with like a coin.
Yeah, and basically she's calling on a spirit, so it's kind of naughty.
It starts off pretty creepy, but then it right away into the humor.
Yeah, so she calls this fox ghost, and they banter, and it's funny.
He like pops up in the window, and she just closes it on him.
Yeah. He's like, you
summoned me!
She's like, don't come in here. And then...
I like when he breaks it, and she's like, just leave money to fix it, and then leave.
Yeah, so... Yeah, this is a comedy series.
Straight up comedy.
Far. And so the ghost, like, resolves to... He sees how she's eating. She's eating, like, cheap noodles.
Just udon noodles.
Yeah.
All the time.
And he's like, you must have a balance.
And she's like, I have something for that. It's like all kinds of varieties of udon noodles.
So he's like, no, I'm going to make you a real meal.
What is it? 3 meals a day.
With 50
ingredients.
Yeah. And then they kind of have a fight, and he leaves, and she gets all sad because he
takes all her noodles.
Yeah. That was a good part. And then she's like really sad, and he's like, oh, you learned your lesson. She like hits him, doesn't she, when he gets back?
And then at the end they show a monk.
Yeah, they kind of introduce some more characters. There's like this dog in a box.
Dog in a box.
But he's also a man. They like transform. It's like Inuyasha kind of. And then there was that monk at the end, and I think he's a Tanuki or something.
He might
just
be a
seeing
Tanuki.
from the promos. But anyway, what did you like best about this show?
I like the art.
Yeah, the art was good.
I like her art. She's so cute.
Yeah, she is like different from everyone else. She got like these huge eyes.
She's like chibi, and the rest are like
like regular.
But then they drew her in one part where she wasn't chibi when she was all sad. She was like normal looking.
It's like when she gets back to her normal self.
She was like real tall, not tall, but like
bigger than she was. Yeah, not a chibi.
And he just looks like all the fox spirits you see in anime.
Yeah, Karamas.
But the comedy was just so good.
Yeah, it was really good, and it wasn't like heavy on pop culture comedy.
There was like a few, like a couple, but it wasn't like enough to date it, I guess.
Yeah, and it wasn't like Japanese specific, I guess you could say. It's like anyone could watch it and they would think it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think the reason why we didn't pick this to be like our everyday series,
it'd be hard to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we probably would love every episode.
We're probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it. But straight comedy is kind of hard to review. I mean, it's done because people review sitcoms, but
we just don't know how to do it for our show.
Yeah, another thing I thought would be cool is if this show was kind of one in the shorter form of animes.
You mean like 15 minutes long?
Yeah, like...
No, I like that it's a little longer.
You do?
Because there's a show on Crunchyroll that it was 15 minutes long, and I just wanted more. Like,
yeah.
Every time.
Are we talking about the comic artist?
Yeah. I didn't want to say it because you're so embarrassed by it.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing show, but... No, but if it was like that format, I thought it would be really cool.
Yeah.
And I think more and more... Yeah.
I didn't notice that. It's like...
He's looking at the fact that they're all animals.
The artwork, because I didn't know why he said he was a tanuki, and I looked at this promo art, and their shadows reflect what they are.
Yep. So I think more and more animes nowadays are going to kind of to that 15-minute. I know there was one
Adventure Time.
Yeah. I think that mermaid one. Where there's a mermaid in a guy's...
That's only 15 minutes
I think
long?
that one's a 15-minute.
Alright.
So, we've seen more of those, which is kind of like Westerns doing that, too. I don't know if
it's probably cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know if they got the idea from that, or... I don't know.
It's probably because the manga, everyone wants it in anime, but they don't have enough money, like the studio or something. I'm just making assumptions.
Yeah.
But they don't have enough money for a whole 30-minute long anime or TV show because it's expensive.
Yeah.
So they just do 15 minutes.
Well, there is another thing with, like, the comic artists.
If only that came back, man.
It'd probably be back. But that started as a 4-panel
comic. Just a comic strip.
Yeah. So maybe that's how they just... Or
that's also how it's decided because it's just a strip.
Yeah.
Not much source material.
Yeah. So maybe... I don't know. I don't know.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. I don't read as much manga magazines as I should, but...
Shonen Jump.
So why don't we go to the show that we actually picked, which is called...
Did you just announce that?
Oh, well, were we going to drum roll?
I guess. Nah. We decided on this one. I was a little biased.
Yeah, we were both biased because of the studio, but...
Yeah. When supernatural battles become commonplace.
Yeah, so this is from Studio Trigger. Which was Kill la Kill, which is like one of Jared's favorite new animes.
And Gurren Lagann, that's really getting up there.
Yeah, well, Gurren Lagann's Gainax, but the people that worked on it went over the Trigger. Mm-hmm. So, I think they had one more anime, which is...
I was watching an anime earlier this week. It was Trigger. That's probably why I thought that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like an old anime too. I was like, what? I didn't know they were that old.
Huh. Well, I just know the other one, that witch one, which I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, this show is kind of different than Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann in terms of art.
You can see it sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of slips through.
Yeah.
I think there was one part where someone was getting like really excited or something like that, and it kind of like slipped through the darker lines of the...
And of course, the gloves from Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah, that was
boxing
great.
Gloves.
The little cameo from the gloves. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, this looks like a drawn in like modern anime, sort of slice of life kind of anime.
It looks like everything now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a familiar setting, like a high school clubs, which is very in right now. Mm-hmm. And so basically, the story with this one is. Do you want to say it?
No, you can go ahead.
The story's really short anyway. So it's like this club what are they?
It's the
literature club.
Yeah.
So they got together and then.
What I didn't understand is that little girl even in their school?
Yeah, the elementary. She's in elementary.
What are they in middle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is this little girl coming to their school just for the club?
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe she's really smart at or good at literature.
I don't know. She reads good.
She's on a 8th grade level in 4th grade. But anyway, so these kids are like kind of fooling around in this club.
Not really, just one guy, really.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're kind of laughing at him, and he's like saying something like profound about like opening the gate of heaven or something.
That's
like
when
that.
He gets his power.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like this.
Oh
big,
yeah. Okay.
This big like
there's just a glowing sphere, and he's like, "I'm not doing this."
Yeah, they're like, "How are you doing?"
And they're like, "Okay, you're freaking me out. Stop that."
So it kind of like time skips like
6 months.
6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've had their powers for a while.
They have these weekly, I think, or bi-weekly.
Yeah, something like that. Tests.
Yeah.
So they go
to see if their powers develop or if they find new powers.
Yeah, and so in this episode we learn all the powers. And one thing we like about Trigger is like their action is like really good. I don't know other studios.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know another studio that does action this well. But
so there's one girl. I'll learn the names. I didn't learn the names.
Yeah,
right now.
First episode.
One girl controls all elements: fire, water, earth.
She reminded me of Moogie from K-On!
Yeah, a little white hair Moogie.
Yeah.
And then one girl has the ability to make objects to their original state.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she like resets time or whatever.
Just resets the object.
I don't think they really understand her power that well yet anyway.
The little one, she creates
she's
matter.
like a Green Lantern.
Yeah, she can create anything. And then one has the power of time manipulation.
Yeah, what could she could pause it or...
She can pause it, she can slow it down, she can go faster.
But she can't reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then he has a useless...
Dark and dark or something?
Dark and dark. He controls chaos.
Which was kind of like the big reveal or the big joke of this episode was that his powers completely...
She's like, you can't use this in combat. And they're like, it's useless.
Well, someone's like spying on him. And she has a power too, which is
her
to take
power,
away...
She can take powers, but she has to see them in use.
Yeah, so she wants to fight him, so he's like, I'll fight her, and the other one's like, okay.
I like her reveal because she was just this girl, and he's like, let's drop this act. He's like, I know what you are, and they're like, shut up! Yeah. And he was right.
Yeah.
She was just spying on him.
So she takes his power completely useless.
I like his little, every morning, I'd say good morning to my power. Every night I'd say good night and whisper my love to it.
Yeah, so and he's like crying on the ground.
And she's like, that's creepy.
So I think we picked this one because it's funny too. It's pretty much a comedy too.
This dude is hilarious.
But I
like this guy.
Yeah, this main character. But there's also a little bit of mystery to like
how they get their
powers. They got the power, and then they kind of reveal another guy that's like watching
hanging
them.
in a tree. Just hanging in a tree.
Yeah, and like from the intro, it looks like there's like an evil team that they have to go up against or something. Yeah. So
the girl that is spying on them seems like part of their, or is going to join their club.
Yeah, because she's like in the
but they don't show her the picture, like the
they don't
front picture, like Crunchyroll.
Oh, I thought they did.
No.
Oh, but I think she's like in the beginning of the.
Yeah, she's in the opening and the ending.
Yeah. So one thing that didn't really catch me with these three shows was any kind of music. Did you?
Not really.
Did only one have an opening, or did they all have?
They all had one.
Oh, they did.
This one did. I think it did. Oh, never mind. The Kokkuri
did that.
Kokkuri did.
I don't think Trinity Seven did.
They had an ending.
Yeah, but none of them like caught my ear or anything.
Yeah. It was just like your basic.
That's a little disappointing, but
maybe we just didn't pay attention.
Well, you know, like songs like from Persona or Lukaku, they catch you right
Tokyo Ghoul.
They catch you like right away and like they hook you.
Yeah.
But some shows like
or Kill la Kill.
Some shows like K-On! Or Gatchaman, you gotta hear them a couple times.
K-On! I think especially because we like what do you call it when you watch a lot? Marathon it, and so we heard it like 1,000 times. So when you hear it like 1,000 times, it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Like constantly, you just and then you get tired of it.
But it really grows on you because that became one of our favorite openings.
Yeah.
And then you're sad when it leaves.
And then when the new one comes, you're like, I hate it.
Oh,
it's not a bad song. You're just so used to the other one.
Yeah, I kind of did that with Persona 4 because the first one was so good, and then that second one I just didn't really like it just because it had to fall out. Yeah, so I think, well, now we know what we're watching.
Yeah, so get ready for that.
Get ready for it. It's going to be Naruto Shippuden, Kami ga Kill.
And when supernatural battles become commonplace.
The long title. It's like when songs went through that phase where they all had long titles. Yeah, so...
It's not even good to say WSBBC.
The name in Japanese is different.
Let me see if I can find that real fast.
It's something like Inoue... something... I don't know.
I don't know how to find that. Just go.
Okay, so... well, that's going to wrap it up. Subscribe to us so you can catch the newest one where we talk about episode 2.
Dos.
And then find us on Facebook at Select Your Player where we do anime things on Saturday night.
This coming... Tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow.
We'll do Cage Fight. We'll live tweet with it. And then find us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel.
I said that.
Did you already say that?
I said that.
I was trying to figure out the Japanese name of this.
Twitter, Jared at Kon-Heads.
Tweet.
That's where he live tweets.
Tweet.
Do you do anything during the week?
I do, just random crap.
Tumblr, I think we're on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if we do much. Reddit, we do nothing.
We do even less. I didn't even know we had it for like a year.
Yeah. But good things are coming to Select Your Player.
Yeah, we're trying to put stuff out there.
If anyone's a Mrs. Doubtfire fan, you will be pleasantly surprised this November. So, yeah, so thanks for listening and good night.
Thank you.